Grants for the month of September. So this month we have many grants, from self-employed grants to $10,000 grants to $50,000 grants, and grants in many states. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate income, grants, and credit. So if you'd like to know what these new grants are for the month of September, those that are expiring, they need to apply now. Make sure you watch the video to the end. Leave a comment below if you need help with anything. So we're going to be sharing with you new grants every month, from self-employed grants to small business grants to startup grants to SBA grants to home-based business grants to rolling grants to financial assistance grants to fast grants and much more. And we're going to be updating our calendar section at my website AskRinde.com, where you can download September's grants list, and you can view our calendar section for the latest updates on grants. Also, our all-in-one grants masterclass is now open. So if you'd like to know how to properly position your business to receive grants for your transportation business, for your e-commerce business, or even how to get government contracts and government grants for your business, make sure you join us for our all-in-one grants masterclass by going to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. Number 1, Kentucky, Glasgow grants, $10,000 in grants. So the city of Glasgow just recently announced new grants for small businesses. Now these grants are actually meant to help these small businesses weather the storms of inflation as well as pandemic related expenses. Now these $10,000 grants can be used from everything from rent to mortgage to payroll, utilities, and much more. Now keep in mind that this particular grant is taxable, so you need to be aware of that if you're applying for the grant in this specific location. So to qualify, your business must meet the following criteria. Number 1, they actually want you to submit a narrative with this grant. So what that means is they want you to actually explain your need and what you've gone through with your business. So in essence, with this particular grant, you will need to submit a SUN or a statement of need. Now we actually show you how to properly submit and write a proper statement of need to actually declare and share what your need is for your business. This goes a long way, as some grant sources and many grant sources may require you to actually submit your statement of need. It's important to know how to actually properly write that and structure that, because that goes a long way in you getting approved and getting more grants. So a statement of need is very important, just like a review of spend is very important. For this particular grant, they actually want a statement of need. So you will need to explain how your business was impacted and how it's affected your expenses. Number 2, you must be located in Glasgow. Number 3, you must have a valid business license. Number 4, you must have been open before January 1st of 2020. And number 5, your business must have revenues no more than $200,000, and you must not have more than 25 employees. So the deadline to apply for this grant is September 16th at 12 noon. And you can get more information on this grant and apply for this grant by going directly to their website at cityofglasgow.org. Number 2, New Jersey, Morris County, $15,000 in grants. So the Morris County Small Business Grant Program is still open. So this program launched in February. We actually did a video on it covering it. And the program is actually administered and launched by the Morris County Chamber of Commerce as well as the Morris County Economic Development Corporation. Now, believe it or not, this actual program still has funds remaining available. So far, they've given out over 650 businesses grants, but there's still over $1.1 million remaining in the program. And the deadline to apply for this grant is actually September 30th. So they're scrambling, looking for businesses, trying to get the word out to get them to apply. And they made the process easier for them to actually apply. Sometimes businesses have actually tried to apply for grants and they found the process to be too stringent, so they back off and then they tell other business owners and they don't apply. But in this case, they're actually desperately looking to try to get the funds covered and remitted and divested through the program. So they actually want to make sure that businesses get the word that this money is available. $1.1 million is still remaining, and we just actually have just a few weeks left here to actually go ahead and apply for this grant. So if you're actually in that location, or if you're competing for grants in another location like we teach you in our grants masterclass, make sure you actually apply for this grant right away as the funds are available, and they're actually making the processes less stringent. So we want to make sure that you're aware that this grant is available, even though this program has actually seemed to be closed, or this program seems to have funds have run out. That's not the case. They still have a lot of money available. Self-employed individuals and businesses are eligible and can apply for this grant. So to apply for this grant, your business must meet the following criteria. Number one, your business must have been established since January 1st of 2019. Number two, your business must be located in Morehead County. Number three, your business must not have revenues more than $5 million in annual revenues. And number four, your business must not have more than 25 employees. Now, as I shared earlier, the deadline to apply for this grant is September 30th. And you can get more information and apply for this grant by going directly to their website at morriscountysmallbusinessgrant.com. Number three, the Coalition to Back Black Businesses, $5,000 in grants. So they're back for the third year in a row. The Coalition to Back Black Businesses was actually created in 2020 by American Express and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation. So they actually established this coalition with $10 million with a 4-year fund. So it's a rolling grant. It renews every year. And we actually did a video and we covered it when they actually started to basically share that this is a grant to watch out for, as it's a rolling grant. It renews every year. You can actually constantly apply for the grant each year that it actually comes up. Now for this year, they're targeting 272 businesses to give grants to, of course contingent and based on their sponsors. So to be eligible to apply for this grant, your business must meet the following criteria. Number one, your business must be black owned. Number two, your business must have between 3 and 20 employees. Number three, your business must be located in a vulnerable market. And finally, number four, your business must have had financial hardship. So the deadline to apply for this grant is September 6th, and you can get more information to apply for this grant by going directly to their website at webackblackbusinesses.com. Number four, West Virginia, New Martinsville, $2,500 to $10,000 in grants. So New Martinsville has created a small business grant program to help businesses with a brighter future. So the focus on these grants is on beautification of the businesses and beautification of the buildings that the businesses are located in. So these are actually primarily for brick and mortar locations, and they actually want these grants to be used to be able to beautify and position the businesses for future growth and for more sales and traffic coming into their businesses. Now, to be eligible to apply for these $2,500 to $10,000 in grants, your business must meet the following criteria. Number one, your business must be located in New Martinsville. Number two, your business must have a valid business license. Number three, your business must be current on taxes. And number four, your business must be open to the public. So as I shared, that's why they actually want a beautification, because it's primarily for foot traffic, brick and mortar businesses. So the deadline to apply for this grant is October 14th of 2022, and the winners will be announced in mid-November. And for this grant, and to apply for this grant, they actually have it set up where you can actually pick up a physical copy at the recorder's office. And if you need to get more information on the grant, you can contact directly their liaison, Kim Whiteman, at 304-455-9122. Number five, Ohio, Cuyahoga County, $10,000, $25,000, and $50,000 in grants. So on August 3rd, Cuyahoga County launched the Cuyahoga County Small Business Stimulus Grant Program. Now, the great thing about this grant program is actually meant to help businesses where they really need it. And the goal with these grants is to help businesses that have survived, continue to expand, and grow their businesses. So to be eligible to apply for these grants, your business must meet the following criteria. Number one, your business must have no more than 50 employees. Number two, your business must be located in Cuyahoga County. Number three, your business must have been in business since June 1st of 2020. And number four, your business must have $35,000 in revenue, both in 2020 as well as 2021. So the deadline to apply for this grant is September 9th at 5 p.m. And the grants are being administered by the National Development Council in conjunction with a grant advisory committee, who is going to make the final decision as to which businesses get these grants, anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 all the way up to $50,000 in grants. So to get more information to apply for these grants, you can get more information by going directly to their website at cuyahogacounty.us. Number six, Princeton, West Virginia, $1,250 in grants. So the Princeton Economic Development Authority and the Princeton Rotary Club, as well as the Chamber of Commerce, have banded together to be able to create a grant to be able to improve small businesses. So the details are still rolling out regarding the grant and what their criteria that they're looking for. But currently they actually have the applications available in paper form at their city hall in a local area in Princeton. So they will be putting the application and the details on the Princeton Development's website, but it's currently not up. So you can actually pick up an application physically at the City Hall if you're going to be applying for this $1,250 grant. So the deadline to apply for this grant is October 1st at 5 p.m. And you can get more information by going directly to their website at cityofprinceton.org. Number 7, Connecticut, $10,000 to $50,000 in grants. So the town of Enfield just recently announced the Enfield ARPA Small Business Grant Program. Now this grant program is actually one-time direct financial assistance to businesses that are in that location. And they actually want to empower these businesses to be able to build a brighter future. So a lot of the grants that we're seeing now are given to businesses in order to basically position them for the future. They're actually moving away from the past as far as what's happening with the pandemic and all the inflation and all the things that are currently hindering these businesses. And they want to give them the money to position themselves so that they can actually not only sustain but build a brighter future for their businesses and keep people employed. So to be eligible and to apply for this grant, your business must meet the following criteria. Number 1, your business must be a for-profit business. Number 2, your business must be located in Enfield. Number 3, your business must have no more than 500 employees. And number 4, your business must be independently owned and operated. So no franchises and no chain stores. They don't want any of those applying for this grant. So the grants are being administered by the Enfield Economic Development Commission, and the application process opens up on October 1st, and the deadline to apply is November 18th. So you can actually submit this application and for this grant by actually emailing them at arpa@enfield.org. You can actually get more information and apply for this grant by going directly to their website at enfield.org. Number 8, Morehead City, North Carolina, $25,000 in grants. So Morehead City is receiving the Duke Energy Hometown Revitalization Grant. So this $25,000 grant is going to be going to Downtown Morehead City, Inc., a local nonprofit, to distribute to small businesses. Now the target of these grants is primarily to be able to help small businesses with hardships. As we know, many businesses have been suffering with different ailments from pandemic to also lack of sales, lack of supplies due to supply chain shortages, etc. all around the country. And it's no different in this location. They actually want to help these businesses move through and continue to actually weather the hardships and continue to keep their doors open by hiring staff and basically serving their area, serving their local community. So Downtown Morehead City is in receipt of the $25,000 grant, and they're actually putting a plan together to be able to distribute it to the businesses. So they will be making announcements, and we'll be getting more details, and we'll include that in our resource area of how they're planning to distribute these grants to local businesses, where you can actually stay tuned and find out how you can actually apply for the grant. So to get in touch with them to get more information and details regarding this grant, you can go directly to their website at downtownmoreheadcity.com. Number 9. Now this is a bonus. Tennessee, Truist Foundation Grant, $1.25 million in grants. So the Truist Foundation recently awarded $1.25 million in grants to the Nashville Business Incubation Center, NBIC, their business development partner. Now the great thing about these incubators, as I've shared here many times on my channel, is that they're actually great sources for small businesses to connect with. So in the case of this $1.25 million grant infusion, it's going to actually put them in a position where they can actually create more programs to be able to assess businesses, to give them services and give them free help. So in the case of the Nashville Business Incubation Center, they actually have several programs that they're implementing, including meeting with small business owners and helping them to be able to formalize their vision for their businesses, actually get an assessment report together for them to help them assess what their business is going to do in the marketplace, how they're going to make money, etc. They also actually help them with financial as well as legal help in positioning them to basically properly structure their businesses to either avoid loss or avoid lawsuits but to really scale forward and actually not look back, to be able to gain that traction and have the proper footing when they start, so they don't have to restart. They actually create the environment and give these small businesses the tools they need to be able to grow their businesses and actually have a proper assessment of what they need to do to get sales for their businesses. So they're actually going to be also using these funds to create and launch Rise Up Academy, which is an academy that's going to focus on creating and generating over $1 million for female-owned businesses and also creating 5 jobs. So the Nashville Business Incubation Center is not only just a place where you can actually get this information and the tools you need to properly assess your business, but it also can be an actual good source for grants and to basically get and find out what grants are coming through them or other sources in the local area. So to get more information on this particular opportunity, if you're in that location, to take advantage of getting this free help and this free opportunity that's going to be given, you can actually get more information by going directly to their website at nbiconline.com. So these are just a few of the grants for the month of September. We couldn't include all the grants around the country as we try not to keep the videos too long. But if you'd like to get and download our full list of grants for the month of September, make sure you check out our resource area on my website, AskRinde.com. Our resource area is, bar none, one of the top sources for grants all around the country, from private grants to rolling grants to small business grants to open grants to short-term grants to long-term grants and much more. So make sure you check out our resource area on my website, AskRinde.com. Also, our All-in-One Grants Masterclass is now open. So if you'd like to learn the formula for grants, how to get grants for your transportation business, how to get grants for your e-commerce business, how to get grants for your small business consistently as an income stream, make sure you join us for our All-in-One Grants Masterclass by going to my website at AskRinde.com, clicking on grants, and getting started today. We actually show you how to get government contracts for your business, a list of over 450 grants for your business, and also the tools you'll need to build 6- and 7-figure businesses like we have. So make sure you go to my website at AskRinde.com, click on grants, and get started today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.